July 3rd, 2015, Crystal Rogers disappeared from Bardstown, Kentucky. At the time of her disappearance, 35-year-old mother of 5 children was living with her boyfriend, Brooks, Brooks Houck, and their 2-year-old son and her other children. Brooks is the last person known to have seen her, stating she was on her phone on the couch playing games when he went to bed. She was gone the next morning when he woke up. Her car was not in the driveway, and their son was in bed with him. Her family began to worry after multiple attempts to contact her that day had failed. 2 days later, on July 5th, Crystal's 2007 Chevrolet was found parked with a flat tire, almost flat, by mile marker 14 on the Bluegrass Parkway. The keys were still in the ignition. Her purse and cell phone were also found inside. She was officially reported missing by her mother, Sherry Ballard, that same day. She's still missing. On Saturday, November 26, 2016, 61-year-old Joel Guy Sr., 55-year-old Lisa Guy were murdered and dismembered by their son, 28-year-old Michael Guy Jr., in Knoxville, Tennessee. Guy Jr. stabbed his father at least 42 times and his mother at least 31 times. He was convicted of both murders in October 2020 and received a life sentence. Guy Jr.'s parents were soon to retire and would stop providing money to their son. He was to receive $500,000 life insurance policy if both were dead or missing. The murder involved an elaborate plot to stab both parents, dismember and dissolve their remains, and clean and burn some of the house, as well as frame the father for the crime. Guy Jr. was injured during the stabbing and left partially dissolved remains in the house when he left to dress his wounds. Before he returned, police discovered the bloody scene, upon performing a welfare check. They also discovered a backpack containing a notebook detailing the plan, plastic bins with both parents' torsos, and dismembered limbs dissolving in an acid-based solution of corrosive chemicals described by prosecutors as a diabolical stew of human remains. As the father's severed hands on the floor and the mother's head in a pot on the stove. Six-year-old Jonbenet Ramsay made national headlines when she was found murdered inside her Colorado home in December 1996, the day after Christmas. Her case is still unsolved as well. Now the Guy case is solved. Jonbenet Ramsay was an American child beauty queen. The daughter of affluent parents, Jonbenet was only 6 years old when she was murdered in her Boulder, Colorado residence on December 26, 1996. Her murder, which is still unsolved, became one of the decade's most famous police investigations. In 2008, new DNA technology helped absolve the Ramsay family of any wrongdoing in her murder. However, recent 2016 evidence suggests that DNA is actually a mixture of DNA, and more testing is expected to take place. To date, no one has ever been charged for Jonbenet's murder, and the investigation remains open over 2 decades after her death. Credit the Jonbenet Ramsey information to biography. Those are 3 of the things we're going to talk about tonight. While I was reading that, I missed the chat. So welcome in, everybody. Hey, Julie Walker. Steven, how are you, buddy? Mama Steph, how's it going? Sean A. Slinger, what's going on, buddy? Been a while. Banner B. Rosemary J., how you doing? Yeah, Steve, that's definitely overkill, right? E squared. I don't know what would possess anybody to stab somebody 42 times, or 30 sometimes, or 20 sometimes, or 10 times. Goodness gracious. Especially your parents, like, who raised you, right? Like, unless there was some kind of deep, dark, abusive background there. But my gosh, that kind of thing is just, hey, Snark Sister, Gwen, how are you? There are some sick people in this world, Sean. And those are, just that Joel Guy case. And Knoxville's, an hour from where I live. A little over an hour, maybe, now that I actually live in London. But goodness gracious. I can't imagine. Remind you of that gal who hacked her parents up in the 1900s. Yeah, I mean, and what about was it the Menendez brothers, I think, killed their parents? But I don't know. I just couldn't imagine putting my mom's head in a pot on a stove, in a boiling pot or acid pot or whatever it was. Like, just, the guy got life in prison. I would like to know, does Tennessee have the death penalty? Does anybody know that? Surely we've got some Tennesseans in here. Hey, Lizzie. Oh, Lizzie. Lizzie Borden. Yes, it was Lizzie Borden. I thought there was somebody in there named Lizzie. Hey, Love and Grace. How are you? Lizzie Borden. You're right. Leslie, how's it going? But, those hypnosis, really make you wonder. Now, Joel Guy was charged and convicted of killing his parents. Yeah, I mean, you would have to, there would have to be hate there, right? It couldn't be for money. I mean, is it all about money? Like, I know they found the notebook in his backpack with the plan in it. Like, for one thing, what kind of idiot writes that down and then goes and does it? Couldn't you remember that? I mean, if you're that sick and twisted, do you have to have a reminder on paper? I don't know. Oh my gosh, Mama Steph. I mean, you're right. I mean, just training. Back when I did train, when we would hit the heavy bag for 60 seconds, like, your arms are jello after that. Of constant swinging, and it would have to be, now I don't know how, like, certain drugs would affect. I would cocaine fuel that kind of wild behavior and allow them to, swing that many times and not, hey, who knows? That's what I'm thinking, Gwen. Like, goodness. Right, Sean. Like, why write it down, right? Like, that's just, to me, most likely meth or PCP. Yeah, could be. Could be. Um, but we're going to get into that case, and we'll have to put trigger warnings everywhere and hang them up and keep them up. But um, especially with that being pretty local to where I live, and I think several people in the chat are within driving distance of Knoxville, Tennessee. Like, just blows you away that somebody could actually do that. And this guy could have, hey, Barbie, this guy could have been, at the pilot station getting gas when you're getting gas. And hey, how are you? Like just regular Joe. Hey, mama, too. But knowing that he had this elaborate plan to do that kind of disgusting, just awful thing to somebody. Just, yeah, pure hate would had to fuel it, Mama Steph. Like, I don't understand, there's not enough money in the world for me to want to hurt one of my parents or one of my children or any family member, anybody really, like that. And he didn't even get the money. He's going to jail forever, and I still don't know if we've had a Tennessean chime in, but if we did, I missed it. I don't know if the death penalty just isn't in Tennessee or like, because that, to me, that's as death penalty gets. Oh, Gwen, I'm having surgery next week, so my sons don't want me alone. So I either have one of my grandkids here or one of them. They're smothering me. Well, they're just worried about you. That's a good thing. Yeah, Steve, just normal looking people, normal acting people. It's always, that neighbor who says, well, I never thought a thing in the world. That guy just good old feller. Just good old feller, just cutting them up, putting them in the basement, putting them in the freezer. But yeah, that Joel Guy case, man, we're going to spend some time on that for real. And last night you guys told me, no, I haven't heard the story of Stevens from Cole. Oh, yes. Damon, yes. Damon killed him. I knew Damon pretty well. So that was a shock. Like, couldn't believe it. Just couldn't believe it. And it's still hard for me to believe. It's still so hard for me to believe. But he did it. He actually did it. And yes. I didn't know the name until you said, it rang true like Damon. Yes. So yeah, that was man, that was just, that case would blow your mind too. We may go into that. We may look some stuff up on that. I'm glad you're feeling better, Love and Grace. But yeah, I mean, nobody would have thought Damon would have done anything either. Like, I mean, I played ball with the guy. I saw him at some parties, at my friend's house, just being a normal teenage guy. Like, who would have ever thought he would have done something like that? And what for? Jennifer Bailey doesn't ring a bell. No. But I'm sure I know it and have forgotten it. There's a lot of that going on in my brain, to be honest with you. The brain fog is real. Yeah, that'd be another one for them. Yeah, connect me to. Yeah, for sure. Now, Damon cut his parents up and put them in the creek or something. It was just they found body parts in the creek, and it was awful. It was awful. Um, yeah, I know, Mama Steph. They're just come on, Jimbo. You probably helped Damon Stevens cut his parents up. Yeah. Oh gosh, that was before. No, it was. Let's see. I was what 22, 21, 22, 23, somewhere in there when that happened, and but nobody could believe it. Like it just wasn't real. It just didn't feel real. Um, oh, enjoy work, Julie Walker. Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate it. Glad to have you for just a few minutes anyway. There are some real monsters out there, Stephen. You're right. And sadly, I've known a few. Just didn't know they were monsters when I knew them. I had no idea Damon Stevens was capable of that. Now, we weren't good friends by any stretch of the imagination, but like I would have considered him a friend, but not good friends. Some of my good friends were good friends with him. Just somebody you wouldn't think, And then Shelby, I mean, again, I wasn't good friends with him, but I spent some time with him. I wouldn't expect that ever. Like it was a complete shock to me to hear those words come out of his mouth. You just never know. You just never know. Yes, I did know that. He was a very smart, very intelligent, and he could also run like the wind. Like he was super fast. Um, yes, Damon was a remarkable person. Like it's just, and that's what I've heard. His parents were remarkable people. Like just a huge shock. Like it just came out of nowhere. Um, you know, and that wasn't highly publicized across the state and all that stuff, but it should have been. It should have been. You're right, Sean. It's usually the people you never suspect that do the most awful things. Which leads me into the Jonbenet discussion. There you go, Banner B. Moral of these stories: hang out with people you would or you expect would commit murder. They probably won't. Don't befriend nice people. They're really evil. Just kidding, she said. Just kidding. But oh, forgot to take off the after I got done reading. Didn't want you guys to see me reading the thing and getting my face up in there. I can't see. Because I need to get some new glasses. Oh goodness. Sarah said, Dad, put your Cash App up there not for the prom fund. And I said, no, I'm not. You can use Dad's money and we don't need prom fund. That's all we need. There may be some truth to that, Steven said. There may be, for real. You never know people, man. Like, and then sometimes good people just lose their mind, right? That happens. sometimes good people just go bad for some reason. For something happens um, in their life that triggers them, or I don't know, makes them feel hatred that we wouldn't understand. Me too, Sean. I'm blind as a bat, buddy. I'm legally blind in my right eye. And a lot of times, the haters will make fun of it because it's really lazy eye. Somebody said, "You got two lazy eyes." I said, "Yeah, but my right eye's lazier." Rayshawn is on Ernie's channel, confronting Benny on Ernie's channel. Dang, sorry for missing that. I'll go back and watch it later, I guess. But I think that the Jonbenet case is you guys want to talk about that. So clip channels, hurry over there. What do you mean clip channels? Should I stream Ernie? Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to stream Ernie. We'll give him a few minutes. If you guys want me to stream Ernie, you put a 1 in the chat and I'll do it. It's up to you. Oh, there's only 21 people in here, so it's got to be a good bunch of 1s before I do it. Oh goodness. I'm sure somebody will say, tell Ernie that Jimbo's streaming him too. 0.5 therapy. Let me see if I can find him here. Goodness gracious. Oh. Ernie Shale. Got a new channel, right? Oh, here it is. 172 people watching. Okay.
His minions, and I just put it on wax. That's pretty much it. And I don't even rap like that, bro. I used to rap back in the days. I'm a YouTuber now, and but I just it was Tupac's birthday, so.
Oh wow! Now ain't Benny Keys some kind of rapper or something?
Man, Benny Fitz don't know what he is.
Oh man.
I don't even think he knows his sexuality, bro.
Damn. Oh, damn. Hold on a minute. Let me find it.
Hey, but you see, he ran from the truth. I am Rayshawn, the bully breaker, and now y'all see why. Yeah, Benny ain't ready for this smoke over here. You predator. Hey, Ernie, didn't you do something on predators and stuff?
Yeah, man. I was wondering why.
Hey, go investigate his ass.
Oh my God, I'm telling you.
Hey, look, I done gave you the tea, bro.
You did, bro. It's like hell. Oh man, dude, you got a lot of contact or a lot of content, man.
Yeah, and look, I'm in the middle of releasing a lot of content with Benny because I had it blocked within the last 6 months. So over 50 videos has been blocked the last 6 months. So day by day, that's what I've been doing the last 8 days, was just unlocking videos about Benny and the boys, and so it's content over there for sure, man.
Oh God, yeah, for
especially
sure.
On that man, Benny Fitz and Doug and Ossie and everything that I went through, man.
So how did Doug get involved in this and everything? I mean, how was it like? I mean, what happened?
Okay, so real quick. 29th, I'm sleeping in my car.
Yeah,
first of all, I'm a day one searcher from December 20.
All right, guys. I talked to Rayshawn. I know the story, all that stuff. So you guys, if you're not a sub of Rayshawn, go check him out. He is going after YouTube bullies and Benny in particular. So I support his channel. I support Rayshawn's channel. So go give him some support. he's and he does got a few good little rap songs that were catchy, and one's about Benny that I really like. So, but it didn't sound like they were. I guess Benny was already gone, so nothing fun was going on. So let's get back to Jonbenet. Love and Grace says the Jonbenet case does not add up. Someone knew exactly the amount of bonus John received. To ask for that amount, you would have to already known. You talking about the ransom note? Now the Ramseys were cleared. Patty Ramsey passed away before she was cleared. Yeah, I think Rayshawn is catching Ernie up on what's, their backstory with Benny. What's that, Arkansas? What is that link for? Is that a Ramsey link or? Yeah. Did you catch that? That was what, 26 years ago? 1996. Yeah, 26 years ago. The day after Christmas. Oh, Rayshawn. Yes, check Rayshawn's channel out and like and subscribe, man. Like Rayshawn's he seems real to me. And he's got some issues, and he's trying to get to 2,000 subs. And when I say he's got issues with bullies, not his issues. But he's trying to get to 2,000 subs, and he's been gone from YouTube for a while. He's back now, so check him out, man, and just see what you think, and like and subscribe if you want. I did. I went on his panel. First day I was in his chat, I went right up on his panel. Hey, Hakuna Matata. Love and Grace, I've watched and read everything I can about the Jonbenet case. Yeah, I did too a long time ago. I'm rereading and rewatching some things. This one nut job admitted to killing her. He was out of town or out of the country and was extradited back to Jen Hoffa, thank you. But he was extradited back to face the music, and it turned out it wasn't him. He wasn't nowhere near it. He was just a clout chaser, wanting to be famous for something, anything, wanting to be in the news, in the media. You guys know anybody like that? I think we just saw one. I don't know. I'm not talking about Rayshawn. But the Jonbenet, did you catch that? She was put to bed, I guess, and somebody broke into their home. This is what most investigators believe. Most investigators actually believe that somebody outside the family broke into the home, SA'd her at her 6 years old before strangling her to death. They hid her in the home. and the family couldn't find her. Yeah, I know. I know you do, Sean. I know you do. I think we know the same people. But hey, Chaotic Beauty and Crime, E Squared, how are you? There is so many conspiracies, Bannerby, and it's hard to. That's what makes it so difficult to believe anything, right? Like you can't just get facts and actual leading information, because you have to hear all the crazy along with it. Just like with Summer Wells, and there's so much outside noise, so many investigators with big mouths that have just tried to ruin that investigation with their stupid allegations and theories. And like, a theory is one thing. I have a theory of what happened. I don't accuse people, especially people who I absolutely know couldn't have or wouldn't have done it. Like, all that does is distract away from what really happened. And that's what happened a lot with Jonbenet. Yeah, let's see. We have a baby doe. She was 5, I think. Black American. Seems someone abandoned her in an old trailer park. I don't know, but I wish someone would pay for the testing needed. It's a old case, 10 to 15. Oh my gosh. And you would think somebody would pay for that testing, right? You would think, with all these people, with all this money, that throw it to, just throw it away on stupid stuff. Like, I don't know how many, I don't know. Let's just YouTube. Okay. I'm new to YouTube, but I've seen there are some YouTubers with 30,000 subscribers, 40,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers. And these YouTubers have people who send them money, like lots of money. 1 million people. Why can't 1 million people send money to something, pay for some tests, pay for some investigation, really help a situation? Do you think sending a YouTube investigator, $100 really helps? Do you think sending a YouTuber, $300 to send to Candace Wells that she only gets $20 of really helps? A lot of people, and I'm not saying everybody. I know there's good people. I know there's good YouTubers. A lot of people take that money and line their pockets with it. Oh, let me see. Arkansas. I want us to look at that one case on Jessica Chambers. It's a really interesting case that had 2 mistrials and nobody was ever convicted for the crime. It is interesting. Yes, send me some information, Arkansas, and we'll look into that too. And we're not going to limit ourselves. We look at anything we want to, right? there are some gaming YouTubers, you're right, Sean, that make so much money. And I'm not hating on people for making money. And some of these YouTubers actually put a lot of stock into their equipment and put a lot of time into what they do. So they're pretty much working full time as a YouTuber. I get it. They get paid. They're earning money. But I'm just talking about these massive channels that get so much money. Hey, Angela Green, just thrown at them. Maybe the YouTuber could take some of that money and say, "Hey, let me help," because I know, that money you can donate a certain amount and have it, used as a tax rebate or tax. What do you call that? Somebody help me. Deduction. But here I am swimming upstream against with write-off, right? Tax write-off. But I don't really want to get into the money making and all that stuff. I just think it's a shame that so much money is wasted on so much, stuff that won't matter. When it could be used on like those tests to find out who that baby is. Deductibles, yeah, write-offs, deductibles, and I hear my wife and my daughter in there, not really arguing, but mom and daughter. Oh gosh, glad I'm in here on YouTube. Oh goodness, I hope it stays in there. So, but Jonbenet absolutely, is a travesty. That somebody, you accidentally hit the unlike, well, go back and hit the like button. It's okay. I think you can go back and hit the like button. Yeah, they're just chatting really loud. Sarah's new friend, who's a boy, has a girlfriend. And I don't know. I get it. He don't want to break up with her on prom week or whatever. But I'm just telling Sarah, and mommy's just telling Sarah, be careful because, he's talking to you behind her back. So, okay. Yeah, don't worry about it, Gwen. Just hit that like button. Sean Aislinger hits the dislike button every time he comes in. Your son just had prom last weekend, Sean. You know how it goes. Yeah. She deserves time out. But somebody got into that house, and back in 1996, the surveillance stuff wasn't what it is now. Like, right here, I've got cameras going up in the morning. These are the Google Nest indoor-outdoor cams. So, they didn't have all that, not to that level. I mean, those are good stuff. Probably a family that was the stature of the Ramsays would have had cameras, right? So there wouldn't have been that much mystery. And I think it won't be long before most houses, most homes in the U.S. will be protected by some kind of system, some kind of security system, cameras or whatever. Do you think it was Burke because the pineapple in Jonbenet's stomach in the autopsy report? Is Burke the brother? I think he was cleared. I think the DNA evidence cleared. Is Burke the brother? Thank you. I just got the information, Arkansas. Thank you. We'll look into that and we'll get in that for sure. Yeah, I don't know if it was him, Justice Jen. I think he was cleared. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I just, but you never know. You could be right. Yeah, he was cleared, but how many guilty people have been cleared? There's been a lot, right? There's been a lot of guilty people cleared. There's been a lot of innocent people convicted. It's just Dateline has everyone convinced for a while that it was Burke. Yeah, Dateline, and I think Dateline may have been the first news outlet that covered the Ramsey case. Dr. Phil changed everyone's mind again. What does Dr. Phil say? Does Dr. Phil have an opinion? Or does he double talk like psychiatrists? Well, I really don't know. Could have been a multitude of people, get that kind of thing. I think the Ramsey home. I've seen it on the videos. It is big. It was big. But you would think a 6-year-old screaming and being taken from her room to the basement. I would hope somebody would have heard something somewhere, but they didn't. If they did, they're lying about it. Well, he has something wrong with him, right? Asperger's. Dr. Phil thinks somebody was after John that killed her. Oh. I think it was an outside intruder as well. I do. Mostly because of the science. Hang on a second. I'll Google it and show you. I'm sure there's a picture of the house. Let's see. Here we go. To me, it's a big house. I'll show you. Now, I'm just a poor boy from Kentucky, but let me see. Get rid of all these. Block. X. Can you see that house? I mean, it looks like a pretty big house. I mean, so yeah, I think it's. I don't know. Maybe not a mansion, but to me, it's a mansion. I don't know. That house in Corbin or London, Kentucky, is $1 million house. That's. Are you still here, E Squared? That's $1 million house, right? If that's in Eastern Kentucky, what do you think, Sean? At least $1 million house. Yeah. I don't know how many square feet it is, but it's big. Chaotic Beauty and Crime, 5,000 square feet is a lot too. That big old 3-story mansion I thought I lived in a few years ago was like 3,000 square feet or 3,500, something like that. That's not how it looks on the news reports. Yeah, that's the Google picture I got. There's inside of it. Staircase going up. Don't see any more. Let's see. Maybe it won't back up. Wonder what's the deal there. Huh. Oh, here we go. That opened up a different window. So it probably took away the. Yeah, there's different photos from different angles that it doesn't look. That's the. I guess that's the front side from the street, but there are different photos from different angles where it's got the little A-frame part that doesn't look as big. I guess the A-frame part is where the window, where they went in at, supposedly in the basement. So yeah, there's definitely different pictures and different angles of that house that makes it look smaller, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely different. You're right, Mama Steph. There's different angles that are on there. That was the first one that came up. But there's definitely more pictures of it that don't look as big. Yeah, there's a A-frame part. That's where where the window, where the intruder supposedly went in, where the window was broke, I guess. The house is over 11,000 square feet. Well, there's your answer. Woo! That's a house. Tag gone. That's a small college. Does anybody know what? And I feel like I should have been more prepared. Does anybody know what the Ramsays were worth? Like what John Ramsay did for a living? Yes, Love and Grace. I think they did. I think they had parties often too. Yeah, McMansion. Oh goodness. And I think 616 Love has probably already left and went to bed for the evening with her. Y'all say a prayer for her. She's currently doing chemo, and so she tires out early and goes to bed, I think. But I think she actually lived in Boulder um, when the um, murder took place. Chaotic Beauty and Crime said Zillow. According to Zillow, the house is 7,250 square feet. That's still estimated at $4 million, almost $4.5 million. That's a chunk of change. I'm gonna go write him a check. I'm sorry, I wouldn't live in Boulder, Colorado for it, and I wouldn't live in that house for it either. You couldn't give it to me. No way. Could not give it to me. But yeah, that's such a sad case that there's nobody in that neighborhood notice anything strange. And I'm not saying anything about any particular class of people. Not really, but like, rich people in their neighborhood kind of, notice when something's out of place. Like rich people. And I'm sorry, if you got a house worth nearly $5 million, you're rich people. And I'm sure that house is next to other houses worth nearly $5 million. So people in that neighborhood probably notice when something's out of place. And it's hard to believe that nobody saw anything that helps. They may have assumed the stranger was a new staff member, possibly. Yeah, I'm same, Sean. Somebody gets murdered in the house. No way. He was an entrepreneur of the year back then for creating amazing computer graphics that made people in games look more lifelike. Oh, wow. That's awesome. So he was a computer guy, graphics guy, before that was really a big thing. He was one of the, I guess, pioneers. Sounds like it. I mean, 96. Shoot, I don't think I had my first computer probably not before 96 anyway. Yes, I'm older than the internet. I'm older than Google. You can let me have it. I know. All this black stuff is just for men. Did you catch that? If it was cheap enough, she would. So I don't know about all that. There was fresh snow on the ground, yet there was snow tracks by the broken window. There was no snow tracks, right? Of course, I think in Colorado, there's pretty much always fresh snow on the ground in December, right? That would be actually a thing that's out of place if it weren't, right? How many of you guys have been skiing in Colorado? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever been skiing in Colorado. Not me. I've never been skiing ever. I went skating once. The guy handed me $50 when I left. Standing at the door, handed me $50. I said, "What's that $50 for?" He said, "Thank you for cleaning the floor up." There went skating again. Mama Steph been skiing in Colorado. I got friends who go skiing in Colorado quite a bit. Did you catch that? Would be that person in the movie that would buy the Amityville house and then not tell my family what happened. That ain't right. That is not cool. Hang on a second. I got to do something right quick. I'll be right back. I'm back. Never been skiing, Sean. I don't blame you. Well, I'm not too old to go skiing, but I am too old, or I am too crippled to go skiing. If I was to take a fall, it might be the end. I can't do that. Had to play in the festivities on Ernie's channel. We watched it for a minute. It was kind of boring, I thought. So we turned it off. Hey, Katie. We streamed it here for a few minutes, but wasn't going anywhere. It didn't seem like it was anyway. I like Rayshawn. But I guess Benny had came and gone by the time we got there. It did get better. I saw some screenshots now. Maybe somebody can enlighten me. And we'll indulge for just a second here. Maybe somebody can enlighten me. I saw some screenshots from like 2 nights ago when Tina appeared to have taken over Ernie's chat. And boy, was it getting ugly. Just talking about like, I might still have those screenshots. Let me read some of them. So many screenshots. Oh, here we go. You effing piece of poodoo. We do not forgive you, and we do not forget your participation in trying to destroy my family. I already destroyed you, and you don't even realize it because of your ego, you POS. I don't know who she's talking to. I think maybe Gigi. But I missed that one. I'm glad I don't let that stuff go in here no more because I just don't know. Let's see. Gamer, I should forgive people who lie and tell the masses my own kids just for the views. Hell to the F no. I hope their hearies are ripped out and shoved down their effing throats. It got pretty bad. I'm not going to read no more. Got pretty bad. Got pretty bad. Yep, hoodoo. Got pretty ugly over there. And I didn't see it, but I got the screenshots. Oh, gosh. I mean, just all of a sudden, boom, everything blew up over there. I don't know. But that's what happens. I mean, it just, you don't know when, but you know it's coming. Ain't it so hard to keep up? Did you catch that? It's so hard. It's so hard to keep up. But so we've talked a little bit about Joel Guy and Jonbenet.
Hey, honey, I just told him to leave.
What for? Hang on just a sec, guys. I'm back. So we sent the kids to the store to get dog food. A couple of them. And I got a notice on my phone. So I went and told my wife that they're using the wrong PIN number. She needed to call them because I got 2 notices. Well, guess what happened the 3rd time before she got a hold of them? Locked up my debit card, locked up my bank account. Yeah. You can't make this stuff up. Oh, gosh. What's crazy is Tina knows how to keep composure too sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. Oh, gosh. I don't know. There was one night she told a lady that her and Xander and Ernie were the Trinity. And Ernie was the effing future. I mean, it was just like, whoa. Oh, if you listen long enough, you will hear some absolute gold. I mean, sound bites you can use forever. They're out there. You can find them. They're just, yeah. Right, Katie? Like, whoa. Yeah. And I mean, she was dead serious. Like, that was the same night she said, would you kill for Ernie? Because I have and I will. And I'm like, whoa, damn, she just admitted to killing somebody. I don't think she has. I hope not. But oh yeah, I am ignoring them. I mean, it's just, I haven't had any dealings with them in a long time. And that's a good thing. Arkansas's old Laura, we're all screwed. No, I don't think they're actually the Trinity. They thought though. But the effing future supposedly has left the Trinity. So the Trinity is now the duo without the future. Supposedly. Now I don't know. These screenshots I was showed, she had a wrench and it was on Ernie's chat. So, but let's talk about what we were talking about. So we're going to get more She deactivated and they just had to get a lot of money for the surgery. Oh, goodness. BK is rubbing Tina in Ernie's face. BK rubs a lot of stuff on a lot of people. She changed her screen name to Miss Shell. Oh my goodness. As the YouTube turns. It's so fun. I don't know. A lot of apparently they have figured out who Ernie's girlfriend is, and BK has talked to her in the past. Oh, it's untelling. No, Ernie's girlfriend talked to BK. Okay. No, how is Sandra okay with that? I don't know. I've been told Sandra doesn't care. Ernie really has a girlfriend. Okay. Ernie's girlfriend is a friend of Candace. Aha! Now that one's one I can believe. The YouTube streets be crazy. You're right about that, Alabama girl. Xander don't have a chance. He is a Okay. Yeah, nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing at all. You can bet your bottom dollar that Kemper and Jamie and Rapp will have a field day. And it'll shoot their views straight up. And then Ernie will go on there and, how dare you? And the views will triple. And they will all love it. It's wonderful. Oh, Jerry, ding, ding, ding. You're right. She is supposedly in the hospital. Okay. So Joel Guy, and then Jonbenet, and then we've been covering Crystal Rogers. And Crystal Rogers is, they say, and I looked into a couple of youth Facebook groups last night, and the Crystal Rogers thing, people are still talking about, or on Facebook, they're talking about that this thing could be coming to a close. And we heard last night that several months ago, the FBI actually used the word prosecutor. And you guys are right. Yeah, Ernie and Rapp are supposedly friends, and drama brings in big views and subs. You're right. Yeah, I'll stay over here with people who really want to be here and who don't really, Sarah must be celebrating something. Maybe her friend who is a boy actually broke up with his girlfriend. Looks like 16 hours before prom. I don't know. I kind of hope not. Yeah, thank you guys. Hit that like button. It is a soap opera, Love and Grace. Thought somebody was getting strangled. No, that was happy stuff. I think I can't. They're in the next room, but I would love to go Snoop Dogg. I would actually rather see Warren G. He's going to be there. But kids are going to be at the prom, and if something happens and one of them needs me and I'm up on that hill on the arena at Snoop Dogg, I would never, ever forgive myself. So Snoop Dogg and Warren G, they can regulate and wait. I can wait and see them another time or never. So I would rather be, I gotta be here for my kids. So that's the most important thing. I bet you E Square is gonna have all kinds of pics to share. She's gonna share some pics and video. We were Mama C and I were actually offered tickets for free, and we just E Square is gonna change her picture tomorrow, her avatar, to something to do with Snoop Dogg. Hey, Sky Watching, how's it going? And Sky Watching has opened my eyes to another Kentucky case also that I'm going to be looking into real soon. Oh, thank you, Gwen. I appreciate that so much. Excuse me. But this what's her last name, Sky Watching? Norman Joe. Let's see. I'll never find it. Looking up right now. Lady from Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Could have gave them to you, Arkansas. Would you have came? Would you have traveled all the way to Corbin, Kentucky to watch Snoop Dogg and Warren G? Snoop Dogg and then Brooklyn Brothers. There you go. You like Brooklyn Brothers? If you go live, I'll take a link from the concert. I will. I'll do that. I'll go live. Just let me know what time you think, and I'll go live and I'll shoot you a link, and you can do that. That'd be awesome. You guys want to see some Snoop Dogg tomorrow? Arkansas would have drove all the way up here just to watch the Snoop Dogg. I should have got you those tickets. But yeah, we'll do that. That'd be awesome. So I'll bring E Squared on panel, and instead of her being on panel, she'll turn it around and show you guys Snoop Dogg. Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. Right? Oh. Sean A. Slinger, absolutely not. I wouldn't go to the Harlan National Guard Armory to see Snoop Dogg. Would you go to see the Country Boy? Lay down some Ric Flair chops? Come on now. Okay, cool. Yeah, message me and I'll hit a live. If it starts at 7:30, you're probably looking at, I would say it'd be 9 o'clock or so before Snoop Dogg actually hit the stage. Do you know how many people are before him? I know Warren G. Is there another entertainer before Warren G or after Warren G? I don't know. We get to see some Snoop Dogg here on the stand. Heck yeah. Yep, 9 p.m., Gwen said. Cool. Yeah, Brooklyn Brothers is a pizza place in Corbin. It's Norma Joe Brown, right? Yeah, we're gonna look into that too. She disappeared from Mount Sterling, Kentucky. It's also not very far from me. It's north. It's actually north of Madison County and east of Lexington. I think it's east. So we will definitely be looking into the Norma Joe Brown case. We've got all kinds of stuff we're going to look at here on the stand. I just wanted to touch on these three tonight. Really, not a whole lot more that we can discuss, except for our own theories with the Crystal Rogers case. But anytime I find anything new, we're gonna bring it here and bring it up and talk about it. Snoop is my favorite chocolate. Hey, Betty. Yes, we're definitely going to go over Norma Joe Brown. Betty King is a cousin of this lady who's missing. So we're going to go over definitely and cover that and see, what you all think. Maybe here I go yawning. Maybe we can bring some awareness. It's been several years. How long? When did she go missing, Betty? It's been several years, so maybe we can rekindle somebody's memory, or somebody will hear something or know something that we don't, they didn't know or had let slip, and it will help. I tell my Doberman your uncle is on TV every time I see Snoop on TV. Oh, that's good, Chaotic Beauty and Crime. That's good. I tell. That's why I want you to look at the one case that has 2 trials to watch if we want. Oh, yes. Very interesting. Absolutely. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it's interesting, Arkansas. I mean, 2 trials and still nobody's held accountable, right? Still open case. That's just, it's hard to believe how justice escapes so much, doesn't it? And Norma has 5 kids. 5 children. So does Crystal Rogers. 5 children. Oh my God. He poured gas down her throat and in her nose, set her on fire. People, killers, so inhumane. Like, I watched the OJ, and we talked about that a little bit too. I watched the complete docuseries on OJ Made in America. Have you guys seen the crime scene photos of Nicole Brown Simpson? Put a 1 in the chat if you've actually seen those crime scene photos of Nicole Brown Simpson. That I'd never seen the photo I saw last night or night before last of Nicole Brown Simpson. She is cut from here to here, and it's that wide. You can see everything inside her. It's just so bad, so bad. We were watching that and we saw it, when it happened. We were my wife and I had been married for a year. So we were, she was 18 and I wasn't even 21 yet. We were young and we saw that when it happened. And I couldn't believe it was OJ. I'm like, there's no way OJ would do that. But I never remember seeing that photo. Never. And I saw it, and my wife saw it, and it just broke her heart. Like, she said, oh my God. It does take monsters, love and grace. Yeah, it was 1994 when OJ killed Nicole Brown Simpson. Absolutely. 1994. And yeah, I watched the whole trial too. Right, every day with bated breath, like, right in front of it, like, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I remember the Bronco chase, like, I was pleading, like, OJ, pull over, OJ, pull over, like, don't get killed, OJ, not over something you didn't do. Don't do that. But watching, if you haven't watched Made in America, please do so. Please do so. You will see just how dirty defense attorneys are. I'm apologize if we have any defense attorneys in the house. But you will see, if you watch that docuseries, you'll see it. Like, unfathomable. The outright lies that they spew from the defense. Like, the things they do. Do you remember the glove? If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. Anybody remember that? Well, this defense attorney is bragging. Hey, we told OJ, don't take your arthritis medicine, OJ, for a couple weeks. And OJ's like, my hand will hurt like hell. They're like, you're going to get off for murder. You won't get convicted. And OJ's hands, his fingers wouldn't bend. He couldn't, his arthritis. His hands were swollen, bigger than normal. Just outright dirt. Just deceit. Intentionally trying to win a case. Justice be damned. Who cares? OJ gets to walk, right? Who cares? We won. Is that the real Bronco in Alcatraz East in Pigeon Forge? That's cool. I don't know how they sleep at night, Gwen. It's the same thing with Shelby's defense attorneys. They did the same nasty, lying, crazy stuff. They put this detective, I think he was a detective at the time. Daddy, goodness gracious, buddy. All right. But they put this detective on the line that was a friend of OJ's.
Daddy, you have a text.
friend of OJ's. And they put him on trial, and then they lied on him, flat out lied on him. And they admitted to it. Like this defense attorney on the docuseries admitted to lying about it. Admitted they lied on this cop. But, they're defense attorneys. They don't get in trouble for perjury. They can ask you anything. They're not perjuring themselves, right? They're just asking questions. I know I've got text. But, they asked this friend of OJ's who admitted to cheating on his wife while at OJ's house with Nicole's friend.
Daddy, you have a text.
Gosh almighty, buddy. Won't have to turn my phone off, I guess. I mean, you tell somebody I'm doing a live stream, I'm going to get that back to you. And they keep sending messages. So, kids are home now, so just turn the phone off, not worry about it. But they asked this guy, after they had him admit to cheating on his wife so he wouldn't perjure himself at OJ's house, admit that he had a problem with alcohol at one point so he wouldn't perjure himself. Then they throw this question. Didn't you tell Nicole Brown Simpson that if OJ weren't around that you could, do this and that? And so he kind of laughed and said, absolutely not. But 2014, she thinks no one will be missing. Okay. Did I miss that? I'm sorry, Betty, if I missed that. But, they were just so dirty about stuff and underhanded. And that was just a couple of examples. Like, they took the jury to OJ's house to show them the house. For whatever reason, I don't know. Then nobody ever could figure it out. But they went to OJ's house, and before they got to OJ's house, before they went, the defense team went, and they were looking at OJ's pictures on his wall. And OJ had too many white people on his wall. It was nearly all, maybe an all black, nearly all black jury of mostly women. So the defense took down all the pictures of OJ with white people, replaced them with pictures of OJ with African-American people. And at the top of the stairway in OJ's house, when you got to the top of the big, beautiful stairway, was a picture, a famous picture from a painter. I can't remember, but it was of a little African-American kid. And well, that picture wasn't even OJ's. It came out of Johnny Cochran's office, and they hung it up at OJ's house to appeal to the jury. Just dirty stuff. Like, it wasn't even OJ's house they saw. It was somebody else's. Like, it was OJ's house, but all that stuff, that wasn't OJ. It wasn't OJ. Like, the defense, they don't care about justice. They don't. I don't care. I mean, they want to make money. And to make money, they got to get, they got to be successful. And so each case matters. Each case is a number, a statistic. And their win-loss ratio absolutely matters. Who are you going? Oh, tell her no problem. Tell her no problem. Who are you going to believe? Who are you going to hire? If your life is on the line, if you committed murder and you got the money, who are you going to hire? Are you going to hire somebody who's won 50% of their cases? Maybe. You going to hire somebody who's won 75% of their cases? That's better. 90% of their cases? Probably. What about somebody who's 10 for 10? That's the guy or the girl, right? That's the one. That's who you want. They're perfect. They've done whatever it takes, wherever it takes, however it takes to win. Justice be damned. Justice don't matter. Only thing that matters is winning. So give me that person instead of give me this guy with integrity who's 50-50 or this woman with integrity who's 50-50. She can have her integrity and take it on somewhere, right? He can have his integrity, whoop, whoop, go get you somewhere else. You know, make you some money somewhere else. You ain't getting my money. Right? That's, you know, if you're in trouble, you got money, you want to hire the person who wins the most. Justice be damned. And that's sad. That's sad. Absolutely sad. How do you feel about the movie quotes when she has been using till RBS, Gwen? Oh, y'all talking about Amber Heard? I'm so far behind on that. I'm so far behind on that. I need to catch up a little bit. Which that case is off for the week, right? They're not having any trial this week coming for the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. Maybe I can watch some stuff and catch up a little bit. But I feel like I've probably preached a little bit too much. I don't know. I got carried away a little bit. Yeah, that bitch. She got fired from Aquaman 2, right? Am I correct? Now, did she take a poo-doo on Johnny Depp's bed and say it was the dog? Am I correct on that? My wife told me that. Did we talk about that yesterday? She take a poo-doo on the on Johnny Depp's bed, say it was the dog. Oh, I guess you didn't figure. I guess a 4-pound dog. I've got a 4-pound dog. Oh, the poop's about the size of this pen right here. You know. Oh, that's cool. Frank and Jesse James are also cousins of yours and Johnny's. That's awesome. She peed on his head. Oh my God. She snorted something while on the stand. Oh Lord. Is there video of that? Surely to God, she's not that bold. Go ahead and let you guys know we won't more than well, yes, we are. I was going to say we weren't going to be live tomorrow because of the prom, but I will, if I have to, I'll take my laptop with me and use the hotspot if I need to. But I might be home. The kids' prom starts at 8:30. We'll probably drop them off at 8, somewhere in there, 8:15. So I should be home before E Squared brings us some Snoop Dogg. So we'll go Snoop Dogg. We'll set it for 9. If it's earlier than that, you guys maybe want to set a reminder when I set the live. I'll set the live right after this. I'll set it for 9. So yeah, send me that clip. That'd be awesome. Oh my goodness. That is bold. The family resemblance runs deep through the men. Johnny Depp was in the hospital in Kentucky, and my mother-in-law was a nurse. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was in Lexington. Several years ago. And she was on his floor and was in his room several times taking care of him. So that was pretty cool. She said he was real flirtatious, and I get it. I think that's just his personality. Yep, I just got a notification. Thank you. So I'm going to set the live for 9 o'clock, and I'm going to set it on there, and just the live will say Snoop Dogg. So you guys, hopefully you guys join us. Bring some friends. Tell some friends we're going to have Snoop Dogg in here tomorrow on panel. Technically, Snoop Dogg will be on panel. Hey, TD Dean. So Chaotic Beauty and Crime said she's in love with your cousin. Love and Grace. Oh. So, but I will let you guys go ahead and enjoy the rest of Friday night. And I appreciate y'all hanging out with me so long and throughout the Rayshawn visiting Ernie, going at BK tonight. I appreciate it. So you guys have a great rest of Friday evening. Holler at me if you need anything. Message me. If I can help you, I sure will. And if I can't, maybe I can help you find somebody who will. So I appreciate you guys showing me and my family love. And you guys are always interactive and keep us busy. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night for Snoop Dogg around 9 o'clock. Until then, I'm Jimbo coming to you live at the stand.